This is Teresa Hewlett,
And I'm Steve Hewlett.
and we're the creators of BalanceFitLifestyles.com. And in this video, we wanted to talk to you about 10 tips that can help you get through Thanksgiving and the holiday season feeling better and hopefully not gaining any weight. So if this is something you're interested in, please keep watching.
The main reason we wanted to talk to you today was because it's well known that as people go through the holiday season, this is when most of the weight tends to be gained throughout people's lives. They tend to gain 5, 10, 15, 20 pounds a year, depending on the person. And a lot of this is gained during that time between Thanksgiving and New Year's. And what happens is they eat all this excess food during that time period, and they don't change their habits or their eating styles for the rest of the year. And so these pounds, extra pounds that get added during this time period, they just continue to accumulate. So that's what we wanted to do, is we wanted to give you 10 tips that will help you to not only eat less and still enjoy a good meal from Thanksgiving to New Year's, but help you to kind of keep that excess weight from coming on in the first place. So you can have an enjoyable meals, but yet not excess calories or excess food intake.
So the first tip that we think you should do, especially on Thanksgiving or actually every day, is to work out. And so like on Thanksgiving, like around here, I know we have turkey trot that you could get together, it'd be a family activity. You don't have to run. You could just go and walk and enjoy the day if it's really nice. If it's chilly, just bundle up. Or if you can't do that, just work out at home or go to your gym, do a really quick anything just to be active.
And a workout is whatever a workout means to you. I mean, it could be having a full-blown good workout, or it could just be walking around the block. It doesn't matter. Whatever, just get out and move. You want your blood pumping, and when you get your blood pumping around, that also decreases your appetite. So you'll actually feel better, like you're doing something before you ever start into the day. And the next thing, tip number 2, is water. Water is always extremely important, and we've had a couple videos on how important water is. But the main thing, remember that the amount of water that you should be drinking every single day, take your weight in pounds and divide by 2. And that's the number of ounces you should be drinking every single day. And when you're going to have a day like Thanksgiving, this is especially important that you increase your water intake, because you're going to be eating a lot of food, and you want to make sure that your stomach feels full so you're not eating as much food as you would. And make sure that it is water or some unsweetened beverage. By far, do not drink your sugar. Do not drink your sugar. As you go through Thanksgiving, you can have your sugar with your desserts, not with your fluids.
And that was tip 3.
Oh, I'm sorry. That went to tip 3. Don't drink your sugar. And when you do drink, don't try to drink it all at once. But definitely start off your day, especially during your workout and right after your workout. But have like a 12-ounce glass of water before you ever eat into your Thanksgiving meal, and that'll help kind of fill your stomach up a little bit, so you don't feel like you're starving right when you start eating.
And so that takes us to tip 4, which is to eat breakfast if you eat breakfast. So if you follow us, you know that we usually do intermittent fasting or time-restricted eating, whatever you want to call it. And so we will skip breakfast that day, or at least not eat until, because our Thanksgiving will be it's usually around 1 o'clock when we eat. So we'll wait. Personally, we will wait to eat. But if you don't like to do that, be sure that you eat a light breakfast and maybe be a little bit heavier on the protein and fat side, so that it'll keep you kind of more full.
Right. So have your scrambled eggs, have your bacon, skip your biscuit. Okay? So that kind of stuff. So stay away from the carbs, especially on your breakfast, and stick with the protein and the fat. So now that takes us up to the meal itself, when you actually get there and you're going to have your Thanksgiving meal.
Yeah, so tip 5 is, one of the things you can do is have smaller plates for everybody, so that you have a smaller plate, and then when you have your plate full, and then you will look at it and you'll feel like you've had a lot to eat, because you will have had plenty to eat. But when the plate is small and you fill that up, and then when you eat all that food, you'll mentally feel like you are full still, instead of having a big plate and putting all kinds of food on that.
And that's true. And we do this also. You know, small plate, it just psychologically, you feel like you've got a good full plate, which you do. It's just a smaller plate. And when you do have your portions, think of, you want to have smaller portions, which the small plate will take care of that. But again, you can think of like the size of your fist or the palm of your hand. You know, those would be good portions. And also think high in protein, high in fat, decrease your carbs, and the whole thing you're trying to think of your insulin levels. And so even when you do have your carbs, think of those carbs that don't tend to make your insulin levels go up as much. Keep your carbs as your fruits, your vegetables, you know, maybe your sweet potato over your white potatoes. But you know, if you like mashed sweet potatoes, that's fine. Just keep your portions small. And then that goes into the other thing. Once you have your portions, once you have your plate, that leads into tip 6. And that means slow down. Just slow down your eating.
Yeah, one of the tips, I was watching one of Dr. Josh Axe's videos, and he had talked about slowing down, you know, when you eat, you know, put your fork down in between bites, enjoy your food, enjoy the conversation, and to also eat with the opposite, with your non-dominant hand, which I thought was kind of interesting.
Yeah, I'd never heard that one before, but I like that one also.
Give that a try.
But again, slow down, because you can eat so fast that all of a sudden your stomach's full, really full, but it hasn't done all the hormonal transactions to your brain yet, so you don't really realize you're full. And this is where a lot of people mess up, because they eat so much, they eat so fast, then all of a sudden at the end, they're so sick and they don't want to do anything but just sit around, which is really the worst thing you can do. So, go ahead.
No, tip 7 would be just to wait. Wait 30 minutes at least before you go back for seconds, or for your dessert, whichever it is that you're wanting to do. Just wait and do like what he's saying, between your brain and your belly.
Did you say 30 seconds?
Did I?
I don't know.
Maybe I did. I meant 30 minutes.
I don't know. And that's the other thing. When you do, remember the whole thing, sugar is killing America. Stay away from sugar. There are going to be things that have sugar in it, so just really keep your portion small. So when you go back for these desserts, just make it a sampler platter. Get even a smaller plate than what you had for dinner, and just give maybe 1, 2, 3 bites at the most of each little thing that you want for your dessert. So you can have the taste, have the flavor that you like, but really try to decrease the amount of sugar that you put in your body, because sugar is killing us. We've got a lot of videos on this. There's a ton of stuff all over the literature, all over YouTube, all over everywhere. Sugar is killing us. Stay away from it as much as possible, even during these holiday seasons, or especially during the holiday seasons.
So I guess we skipped one. So I think we're on...
You skipped the
that's number platter. 7. Okay.
So we just kind of threw that in there.
Okay, Okay, so that was 7, and then 8 was to wait 30 minutes, and that puts us to 9, doesn't it?
Right.
Tip number 9 is to move again. So after you've eaten, if it's, you know, Thanksgiving, depending on where you live, could be chilly, bundle up, get outside and go walk with your family. Go enjoy the day. We used to do Thanksgiving, and I never did, but at least this one part, the boys would go outside and play football.
Yeah.
You know, just get up, move, get outside a little bit, you know, make you feel better.
And that's good. And again, moving, working out, whatever that means to you. Just get your blood pumping. Don't just gorge yourself and then sit down and just veg out on the couch. That's going to be the worst thing you can do for your body.
You'll feel terrible. You know, and you don't only feel you feel terrible that day, and you'll even, at least I know personally, I feel terrible the next day also. So that's one of the reasons why, that's another reason why you also want to really watch what you do eat on Thanksgiving, so that the next day you won't feel so bad.
Right. Which goes back to tip number 10, which is Thanksgiving is just one day. So don't eat a ton. Don't increase all your eating throughout this holiday season. Enjoy Thanksgiving, enjoy Christmas, enjoy New Year's, but don't have all the food that goes along with all that on every other day between all those 3 main holidays. Just eat small, and please stay away from the sugar. Stay away from the sugar, especially on all these days in between. I know people bring all these food into different, you know, where you work, and there's all these things going around. The easiest thing is in your mind, just say no. Make it like a light switch. Just say no. And, you know, don't say, that smells good. I bet that tastes good. Ooh, look at that. What is that? When you start doing these mind games, you're going to fall into it, and you're going to start eating all this sugar that is truly killing your body. Please say no to sugar.
Okay, so that was our 10 tips. And we definitely want you guys to enjoy your holidays and your Thanksgiving. Enjoy the food, your conversation, the company, and try these tips. Let us know what you think and if they work for you.
Remember, the relationships are by far more important than the food itself. So enjoy the conversation, enjoy the people you're with.
Have a great day, guys. Bye.
Bye-bye.